India has decided to play a spinner for a quick bowler. So Yuzvendra Chahal comes in place of Umran Malik. And hopefully this is just a horses for courses situation, and we don't read too much into the fact that Umran only bowled the over that day. Let's not read too much into that. Hopefully it's not a performance thing and it's a conditions thing, DK.
I mean, to be fair, I think it could be a performance thing as well. But in this case, I would like to admit it's a horses for courses, because when we see the wicket, we obviously can see it's rather brown and it looks like late spin as well. But Umran Malik, to be fair, hasn't had a great run in T20 so far. He's played close to 7 games now. His economy is upwards of 10. And there is only one game in these 7 games that he's bowled less than 7 runs and over. And others, every game has gone upwards of 10. So, you know, to be fair to Umran, I think he will know that, in the future, he has to obviously work on various areas of his game. And the IPL is going to be very critical for him. He burst into in everybody's faces in the IPL, and I think when he goes back to IPL this year, it'll be a completely different challenge, and it'll be something that will be very rewarding for him if he does well, and he'll learn a lot as well.
Yeah, the other thing with Umran is he's got certain limitations, either perceived or real, which is that he can only bowl at a certain stage. So when you're playing in franchise cricket, you say, okay, I'll bowl 7 to 6, 17. Say 7 to 17, I'll give you 2-3 wickets. Wow, middle overs bowler takes wickets worth his weight in gold. But when you come to international cricket, then you have to be able to be a little more flexible. When Umran bowls at the death, he's expensive. When he bowls in the power play, he's expensive. So at international level, you can't say I'll only use him in those periods. So part of his development will be to be able to bowl at different stages in the innings.
Yeah.
So you look at a young kid like Naseem Shah, for example, in Pakistan. He comes and bowls at the start of the inning sometimes.
Yeah.
So slowly, I think Umran will have to grow his game to be able to bowl even when there's only 2 fielders outside.
Yeah.
Where the top edges will travel, that's okay, but you've got to be able to bowl with only 2 outside.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him bowl the Yorker a little bit more, the short ball, but he has what nobody else has. And that's a great place to start.
Yeah, raw pace is raw pace.
Yeah, I think he's better at ODI cricket at the moment. I still think he's a better
Yeah, that
ODI
was
bowler.
the thing, right? When he was playing ODI cricket, I remember we were in New Zealand that time, and we were there. I think the main discussion point was that he's, only played T20 cricket. Can he sustain that pace over 10 overs? Because we'd only seen him in 4. Now, maybe that's the lack in our imagination, where we think that 4 can't translate into 10. But he's been very good with 10, so there's no reason why he can't do these things and grow into a strike bowler. I mean, he has taken 9 wickets in these games.
I mean, to be fair, I think he's an absolute talent. There is no doubt about it. We are all excited for one reason. We haven't seen anybody from our soil bowl that kind of pace, get the stumps flying consistently. The one good thing with him is, in these 12 months, he's not dropped pace. He's there at 150, 152. The challenge for him is, I can see if he keeps bowling at this pace with his action, injury is something that he could be round the corner. He needs to be very aware of it, number 1. Yeah. And 2, another bowler who's very similar but has got one skill better than him, and that's natural, is height, and that's Prasidh Krishna. He has been injured for some time. So when he comes back in that one-day scheme of things, that's going to be interesting, because he's somebody who bowls up front, at the death, and he's somebody who's able to pick wickets in the middle as well, as we saw in the series against England. So that will be the challenge for him. But for the moment, you have to say Umran Malik is a special talent. He is somebody that we have not seen from India so far, and to bowl that kind of pace and makes it look good to watch as well. But there are areas that he definitely has to work on.